She knows she lost you, but most of the time she will not say it directly. She will reveal it through small changes in her energy, her curiosity, her pride, and the way she reacts when your attention is no longer available. Most men misunderstand this moment. They think when a woman realizes she lost them, she will suddenly come back with clear words, deep regret, a perfect apology, and an honest confession. They imagine she will say, I made a mistake. I miss you. I should have treated you differently. Sometimes that happens, but often the truth comes out indirectly because pride gets involved, fear gets involved, ego gets involved, and sometimes even when a woman knows she lost a good man, she may still not know how to admit it without feeling exposed. So instead of saying it clearly, she behaves differently. She watches more. She becomes curious again. She starts appearing in small ways. She reacts to your silence. She tries to understand whether you are really gone or just waiting. She may act cold on the outside while feeling unsettled on the inside. And this is where a mature man must be very careful, because when a woman realizes she lost you, that does not automatically mean she is ready to respect you. It only means she is feeling the absence. And absence is not the same as accountability. That difference can save a man from repeating the same pain twice. The first thing she may do is start watching your life quietly. Not always directly, not always obviously, but her attention begins circling back. She may view your updates. She may ask about you through other people. She may notice changes in your routine. She may become strangely aware of things she claims not to care about. She may hear your name and act normal, but her attention shifts. A woman who truly does not care usually does not keep emotional track of a man, but a woman who knows she lost something valuable may begin observing from a distance because direct contact would feel too vulnerable. This is not proof that she wants to return. A mature man never builds certainty from one small signal, but quiet observation can mean your absence has weight. And that weight often appears when a man stops chasing. When you were always available, she did not have to feel the cost of losing you. Your attention was there. Your effort was there. Your explanations were there. Your emotional labor was there. But when you step back with dignity, the emotional atmosphere changes. Now she has to experience the space you used to fill. That space may make her think. And sometimes, thinking becomes the first step toward regret. The mistake many men make is they notice her watching and immediately become excited. They think, she still wants me. Then they rush back in. They text. They ask questions. They try to force a confession. They become too available again. And just like that, the power of absence disappears. A mature man does not chase because she looked back. He observes whether looking back becomes respectful action. The second way she behaves is she may act colder than before. This confuses men. They think, if she knows she lost me, why is she acting cold? Because sometimes coldness is not indifference. Sometimes coldness is protection. A woman may become colder because your calm makes her uncomfortable. Your distance reminds her that she no longer has the same access. Your self-respect forces her to feel the consequence of how things changed, and instead of showing softness, she may hide behind pride. She may act like she is unaffected. She may speak casually, as if nothing matters. She may pretend she has moved on completely. She may even become slightly sharp when your name comes up. But underneath that coldness, there may be tension. Indifference is usually quiet. Pride is often loud in small ways. A mature man learns the difference. If she is truly indifferent, there is no emotional charge. She simply moves on. There is no strange attention, no unnecessary reaction, no hidden curiosity, no repeated returns. But if she is acting cold while still emotionally aware of you, there may be contradiction. She avoids you but notices you. She sounds cold but keeps reacting. She says little but stays close enough to be seen. She acts distant but does not fully disappear. That contradiction is where the signal lives. But again, do not chase it. Because chasing a proud woman's coldness only teaches her that your peace still belongs to her moods. The mature man remains respectful, but he does not reward confusion with desperation. The third behavior is that she starts creating small reasons to contact you, not a big emotional message, not always an apology, just something small. Do you remember the name of that place? I found something that reminded me of you. Are you still doing that thing? I had a quick question. On the surface, it looks casual, but sometimes the question is not the point. The contact is the point. She wants to test the emotional temperature without admitting she is testing it. She wants to know whether the door is still open without having to knock too loudly. She wants to see if your warmth is still available without risking a direct confession. A reactive man hears one casual message and loses control. He becomes too eager. He replies with too much emotion. He starts bringing up the past immediately. He tries to turn one small opening into a full conversation about feelings. That pressure can close the door again. A mature man responds differently. Warm but not hungry. Clear but not cold. Respectful but not overly available. He does not punish her for reaching out, but he also does not pretend that one small message fixes everything. That balance matters, because when she knows she lost you, she may be trying to understand whether you are still the same man she could access easily. If you collapse into old behavior, she learns nothing changed. But if you remain calm, she may begin to understand that your self-respect is real now. The fourth behavior is that she may bring up memories. This can be very subtle. She may mention a place you both talked about, a song, a joke, a moment, a phrase, a small detail from the past. Sometimes she does it casually, as if it means nothing. But memories are emotional doors. When a woman brings up a shared memory after distance, she may be testing whether that memory still has life between you. She may want to feel whether you remember it too. She may want to know whether the emotional connection is completely gone or only quiet. But a mature man must not become hypnotized by nostalgia. Nostalgia can feel powerful, but it does not always mean someone has changed. A woman can miss a memory and still not be ready for a healthier connection. She can miss the version of you that was patient, kind, and available, but still not be prepared to offer accountability. She can miss the feeling without respecting the man. So when she brings up memories, do not rush into the past. Stay present. The past can explain emotion, but the present reveals character. Watch how she behaves now. Does she show respect now? Does she communicate honestly now? Does she take responsibility now? Does she bring consistency now? A mature man does not let a beautiful memory pull him back into an unhealthy pattern. The fifth behavior is that she may react when you become better without her. This one is powerful. When a man stops chasing and begins improving his life, his energy changes. He becomes calmer, more focused, more disciplined, more peaceful, less available to confusion. And sometimes, when a woman sees that he did not collapse without her, something inside her shifts. She may become curious. She may wonder whether she underestimated him. She may feel discomfort because she expected him to wait. She may notice that his life is moving forward and suddenly feel the reality of losing access. But a mature man must be careful here. Do not improve to make her regret. Improve because your life belongs to you. If your growth is only a performance for her reaction, you are still chasing her emotionally. You may not be texting her, but you are still building your life around her eyes. That is not freedom. Real growth is quiet. It does not ask, "Is she watching?" It says, "I am becoming better because I respect myself." That kind of growth carries a different energy. A woman can often feel when a man is no longer trying to prove something. His peace becomes cleaner. His confidence becomes less noisy. His presence becomes stronger because it is no longer begging to be noticed. And sometimes that is when she realizes she lost more than attention. She lost access to a man who was becoming solid. The sixth behavior is that she may test whether she still has emotional power over you. This may happen after silence. She may send a small message. She may give a little warmth. She may act interested for a moment, then pull back. She may mention something designed to see whether you still react. She may appear just enough to check if you are still emotionally available. This is where many men fail. They think every test is a return, but sometimes it is only a check. A woman may want to know if she can still move you. Can she still make you anxious? Can she still make you reply instantly? Can she still pull you away from your center? Can she still get access without accountability? A mature man does not become angry about this. He simply observes. He does not chase the warm moment. He does not punish the cold moment. He watches the pattern. If she returns with respect, he can respond with respect. If she returns with games, he stays out of the game. If she returns with emotion but no maturity, he slows down. If she returns with accountability and consistency, he listens. That is wisdom, because the goal is not to prove you are unaffected. The goal is to remain emotionally responsible. A mature man can care without being controlled. He can feel something without acting impulsively. He can miss someone without handing over his dignity. That is what makes him powerful. Here is your action step. If you believe a woman knows she lost you, do not chase the signs. Watch for three things: respect, accountability, and consistency. Respect shows whether she values your dignity. Accountability shows whether she understands what happened. Consistency shows whether her feelings have maturity behind them. If she watches you but gives no respect, do not chase. If she misses you but takes no accountability, do not rush. If she returns warmly but disappears again and again, observe carefully. Because missing you is emotional, respecting you is behavioral, and behavior matters more. The seventh behavior is that she may finally become softer when she realizes your calm is not a performance. This may take time. At first, she may test. Then she may act cold. Then she may watch. Then she may appear casually. But if your calm remains real, if you do not chase, if you do not punish, if you do not become bitter, if you continue living with dignity, something may soften. Her tone may change. Her messages may become more honest. Her pride may lower. Her curiosity may become more direct. She may stop acting like the past meant nothing. She may begin approaching with more care. This is where a man must remain steady. Because when softness appears, many men lose discipline. They forget everything. They rush back. They become too emotional. They hand over full access immediately because they waited so long for warmth. But a mature man understands that softness is not enough by itself. Softness must be joined with respect. Regret must be joined with accountability. Curiosity must be joined with consistency. Emotion must be joined with maturity. Otherwise, the same cycle can return. The man who has truly grown does not punish her, but he does not abandon himself either. He can say through his behavior, "I am open to truth, but I am not open to confusion." That is a mature boundary, and boundaries are not cruel. Boundaries protect peace. A woman who truly values you will respect your peace, not keep testing how much of it you will sacrifice for her. That is the deeper truth. When she knows she lost you, the real question is not, will she come back? The real question is, if she comes back, will she come back with the respect required to stay? That question changes everything, because many men only want return. Mature men want truth. The reactive man gets excited because she appears again. The mature man watches how she appears. The reactive man hears, "I miss you," and forgets the pattern. The mature man hears, "I miss you," and asks whether the behavior has changed. The reactive man wants relief. The mature man wants clarity. That is the difference between emotional hunger and masculine wisdom. And understand this clearly. Sometimes she knows she lost you, and she still does not return. That can happen, not because you had no value, not because your absence meant nothing, but because some people are too proud, too afraid, too immature, or too uncertain to repair what they damaged. A mature man must accept that reality. Your worth is not proven by whether she returns. Your worth is proven by whether you stop betraying yourself to be chosen. That is the real victory. If she knows she lost you, let that be her lesson. Your lesson is to keep your dignity. You do not need to chase a woman into regret. You do not need to force her to admit what she feels. You do not need to stand outside the emotional door waiting for her to say the perfect words. You move with calm. You live with standards. You keep your heart open but guarded by wisdom. You allow truth, but you do not worship emotion, because emotion alone is not enough. A woman can feel regret and still not know how to love you properly. A woman can miss you and still bring chaos. A woman can know she lost you and still not have the maturity to repair it. So do not ask only whether she feels the loss. Ask whether she has grown from it. That is the mature question. And if she has not, your silence remains clean. No revenge, no bitterness, no dramatic display, just peace. That peace is powerful because the strongest men are not the men women never lose. The strongest men are the men who can be lost, missed, remembered, and still not run back into disrespect. They know their value. They know their standards. They know that love without respect becomes pain. They know that attention without consistency becomes confusion. They know that regret without accountability becomes a repeated cycle. So when she knows she lost you, let her behavior reveal the truth. Watch quietly, listen carefully, respond slowly, keep your dignity. Do not become cruel. Do not become desperate. Do not become the old version of yourself just because she shows the old warmth. Your calm must be stronger than her return. Your standards must be stronger than your nostalgia. Your self-respect must be stronger than the pleasure of being missed, because being missed feels good for a moment. Being respected changes everything. That is the silver signal. When she knows she lost you, she may watch from a distance. She may act cold. She may create small reasons to contact you. She may bring up memories. She may react to your growth. She may test whether she still has power over you. She may slowly soften when your calm proves real. But the most important behavior is not hers. It is yours. Can you remain steady when you sense regret? Can you stay calm when she returns? Can you protect your peace when old feelings wake up? Can you allow truth without chasing fantasy? Can you choose self-respect even when your heart remembers her? That is the real test. And the man who passes that test becomes different. Not bitter, not cold, not unavailable to love, just harder to access without respect. And that is exactly why he becomes unforgettable. In the next video, you need to understand what happens when you stop explaining yourself to a woman who already understands. Because sometimes the moment you stop defending your value is the moment she finally starts feeling the weight of it.